we haven't really been ravaged by injuries, but there's been a couple real significant ones so far this year. And Jet, what's the first one that you've noticed this year? The first couple that you've noticed this year that
Um,
are going to have a big effect.
the first couple I've noticed this year that's gonna have a big effect is one is my main boy, one of my favorite young players, John Morant. He had a grade 2 ankle sprain. That normally takes about like 2.5 weeks to heal. So we should be seeing him back shortly because I think that happened about 2 weeks ago. So hopefully he comes back soon. They definitely need him. I love that team. I love the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
And Darius Garland injured his shoulder. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. That Cleveland team was surging in the beginning of the season.
Right.
This is one of this
had
is
had me believing in them. Apparently,
yeah.
I was a little too optimistic about that.
Yeah, CProc was about to get a Cavaliers tattoo
All right, get
first week.
that
Um,
wine and gold sword going across my bicep.
right.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, they're gonna
God.
he's gonna be out for 6 to 8 weeks, and that's really gonna hurt that team because, like I said, they were surging early in the season. They look really good, and I mean, but I hope both these players get back well soon and come back and make an impact on their teams.
Right. And
Yeah,
especially in Memphis's case, like that team really is struggling to score 100 points without John
yeah,
Moran. I mean, and there was a game they played against. There was a back to back they played against the Lakers, and the first game they
they fought back.
they had a really competitive first half, but then the Lakers just pulled away from them.
Yeah,
This I think you watched the second game. I only watched the first game. I think you watched the second game, but
yeah. The second game was yeah,
dismal,
yeah.
dismal.
They got whooped on.
Yeah. I mean, as far as Garland goes, I mean that's a significant loss for them as far as sharing the scoring load. I mean, Colin Sexton was playing very well, but he was mainly playing well because they had these two explosive point guards that were doing a lot of production, and all of a sudden now one of them's gone, and that's a lot.
Yeah,
It's like what do you expect Kevin Love at 80 years old to all of a sudden score 30 points again?
right, right. And Garland was more of the facilitator out of the bunch, out of him and Sexton, because Sexton is a really good scorer, but I don't really see him much as a big facilitator like that.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, the next injury that I've noticed actually caught me by surprise, as I missed it in the news, was Markelle Fultz tore his ACL and he's out for the season.
Yeah,
And
that sucks, man.
Markelle Fultz was playing very well. He was back in the starting lineup where he should be.
Yeah.
He just got a big extension, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah, and Orlando got off to this super hot start, and they're still up there. They're still in the top half of the
They're still
East,
playing
but
good.
yeah, they're still playing well. But I mean, Fultz was really performing as a top level catalyst for them, and
Yeah.
they filled in Cole Anthony, the rookie, as their
Mm.
starting point guard, and he's been pretty steady, but he obviously it's going to take a while for him to get used to the ropes of the league, and he's not going to be
Yeah.
able to display any explosiveness near Markelle Fultz quite so early.
Yeah.
So that was the one that was kind of disappointing to hear because they were really playing well, and that team's got a lot of young talent. It's that bad to sad to see them lose a big chip like that.
Yeah. And they Orlando definitely they moved on from DJ Augustine and they gave Markel the keys. So it's like it's sad to see like finally he gets to run his own team and then he gets hurt so early in the season.
Here you go. Oh, there goes the floor.
Right. Yeah, but big shout out to Markel's, man. He's had a hard go out in the league and he's bounced back every time. I don't see why he won't bounce back from this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's our last one? What's our last broken boys to round up on?
Uh, the Broken Boys.
Broken boys. That's a new segment name. I got it.
Broken Boys, you definitely have it. BB.
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 Took a BB to my patella tendon.
But yeah, my last couple is Spencer Dinwiddie, another torn ACL this season. He's gonna be out for the season, which is big loss for Brooklyn. They're definitely gonna need him, especially now. But he's gonna come back to a very different team when he gets back on the floor.
Two reasons they and one, they traded so many players to get the beard.
Right.
So many significant players. I mean, I guess technically it's only two, but two very significant players that had been there for a while and know the system. But all of a sudden now you basically have lost three players now that have been there a while and all significantly progressing in their careers, and you don't have that production at all from any of them.
Yeah.
And on top of that, when is Kyrie coming back? I mean, the earliest he could come back is a couple days from when we're recording this episode, which would be Saturday. But that's like when he returns to the team, and then he's got to go through some COVID protocol before he can actually play. So, when are you actually going to see him on the floor again? It could be a whole nother week. And by that point, what's his role going to be? Because you put Harden and Durant together for a week, and they're going to remember how to play with each other from the Oklahoma City days.
Yeah. And my second person is Kyrie. We got him on this list because he's not available to his team, and I don't know what's going on with him and how long. Like we said, we don't know when he's going to come back, but hopefully he does come back soon. We don't know if he's studying more about how the earth is flat, or I heard he was doing Zoom calls with politicians. I don't know what's going on with Kyrie.
Right, which is fine if you want to do that, but did you forget what your actual job is?
Right. But yeah, I hope everything is all right with Kyrie and his family, and he gets back to the Brooklyn Nets. And let's see how this thing looks, man.
Yeah, because all the big media entities are promoting the three of them together, and as a viewer, as a fan, you look at the screen, it's like, wait, I see three of them, but one of them's not there. This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem very genuine.
Right. the big two and two and a possible.
Yes. the big two in an empty jersey.